Hello everybody and welcome to League Zero Season 3 Player Awards. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm Mob Killer, a caster and analyst for League Zero, here to present all 11 award nominations to the players, in all 4 divisions of course, including the highly coveted MVP award. Stay tuned for that. Down in the description below, you can see timestamps to every division and every award if you'd like to skip to a specific one. Also in the description is a link to my channel if you would like to see any behind the scenes footage of all of this nonsense. And of course, I would like to shout out to all of League Zero production and all of League Zero in general. You guys have made this an amazing season to watch, play, analyze, and cast. I'm so excited for the next one to come. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and start with Novice, but let's go ahead and cut to that. Welcome back, and now we're going to be starting with Most Improved and moving to MVP for last. Starting with Most Improved, the nominations go to Chef, Minimax, and me. And for Most Clutch, we have SD Awesome, RQT, and Thytonic. 7th man going to Rim Jazzberry, Empty, and Blitz. Now moving on to the Vol Stars. These Vol Stars have been exceptional on the main tank, off tank, flex DPS, hit scan, main support, and flex support roles throughout the year. So excited to present these. Starting with main tank, we have Prince Zexu, Minimax, and Merlin. Off tank is Zorthcon, Blue Jay, Vespa King, and Churd. 4-way tie showing the skill of those players. Hit scan role going to Spongy Cheese, Tilted Waffle, and Young Su. Flex DPS is Thytonic, SD Awesome, and Eagle the Boop. For main support, you have Geek Ache, Mellow, and Woolly Sheep. And finally, for flex support, you have Flank Yada, Pog, and Phantom Flex. So excited to present those awards, and I am intrigued on who will win, considering the skill of all of those players. Now, moving on to the League Zero Season 3 Novice MVP. Wait. We have one more award first. The Rookie Award. These people have come into League Zero Novice for the first ever season and performed so well that they can win this award. The nominations are a 4-way tie between Geek Ache, Blue Jay, RQT, and Bidiza. These players have been exceptional, and I'm so intrigued to who will win. Now, moving on to the actual MVP award. These nominees will have a chance to win the award, voted by you in the comments down below. Their names will go in the history books just for being nominated for such an award. And starting off, we have the off support himself, Flank Yada. And moving up, the off tank, Zorthcon. We have Lanix on his signature DPS, and RQT, one of the most clutch players in Novice. I'm so excited to present all those nominations, and I can't wait to see who wins. Thank you for watching the Novice section, and if you're not swayed on who to vote for MVP, I have some highlights of each of the players.
Back, me shatters into a shield, unfortunate, but what can you do? Zexu finds, I believe that was 3 with the shatter leg. Jump, he didn't have bubble, and Flake got obstacle lessons to help secure the points. We'll find Iggleby Pop, as well as Woolly Sheep popping 3 there. The kills are once again equalizing in favor of Geometric, as they haven't lost much gold at this point since they reached the 89% remaining. He almost to his primal rage as well. He's going to have that environmental. He's desperately trying to do something. So very close.
80% to his ultimate, and if he had his ultimate...
Now we have a huge shatter coming in from Zexu, as well as the full last year coming from Flank Yada. Will take
To stay alive, that's exactly what they did.
Lennox tossing in the Ripped Tire, flanking around. We'll find 2, including Rory's level last being on the point. Possibly looking for the res. Lennox fighting 2, 3.5 with his morale. It doesn't matter if he died to the Baby Diva there. There's not too many more remaining points, especially with the res coming in on now the Transcendence as well. This is
I don't know if that... And it gets blocked by Florida.
Florida, speaking of which, will take him out. Lennox is actually in the backline. He is going to be one out, probably. alive as Gong has his number, but he takes out Gong in the 1v1. I'm not sure how that happens, but oh well. Bob Solo beats just to stall as long as possible, but
And they have the Colossus
touch,
page.
however. Okay, we do finally touch, pushing out the car. Lennox actually jumping in the back line and takes out Zorkon mid-ult. Blitz does pop the bomb. Will find you! How did you die with that? It was stationary.
Keep piecing to the back line.
The Death Blossom gets thrown. It's gonna find you. The Death Blossom comes so huge for our team. Has 5 seconds left now. And look, where does the RQT takes down the low on target. And all of a sudden winnable as they're gonna get the the RQT is gonna find you. And that's should be it, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like it's gonna be over.
Then just kill Tilted Waffle. Just do some pinch Sexu and
Find 2 players, you're gonna get 1 kill on the back. The best team is gonna find you're good at incubator bases. Not gonna find it. Not gonna allow you to find it. However, you know, whoever is the walk comes up from both sides. RQT finds 4. Make that 5. Give him the 6K.
team kill.
RQT.
Look at though. Raph comes out from Zorthon, catches only 3 members of the Bird. That's enough to clean it up.
What I want to see is them swap. Which I love this actually.
I like Zorthon gets the pick on Valerie. Zorthon also picks up Bob, just sitting in the back line. Merlin desperately goes for the charge, but hits the wall. Minimax shutters for the grab himself. The grab dies. They're not even gonna lose.
Welcome back from that intermission, and now to go to intermediate. Starting with the most improved and moving on to the most valuable player, the MVP award. In most improved, the nominations go to Red Knight, Gamester, and Baby T. On my little paper of destiny right here. If your name's written in it, you're nominated. You have most clutch, Phone, Cat, and Squirrel Ben. Some amazing players right there. So excited. 7th man nomination is going to Silent Sword, Chloric Acid, and Rock Crafts. Now, moving on to the Roll Star. These players have been exceptional in their years of playing League CL, or it could be the rookie season. So excited, going through all the different roles, starting with main tank. Your main tank Roll Star nominations are Red Knight, QZY, Tyler. For off tank, you have Navino, Greek God X, and Jula. The hit scan Roll Stars are Squirrel Ben, Kilroy, and T-Sen. The flex DPS nominations are Phone, Repeat, and Steady State. The main support Roll Stars, Baby T, Quip P, and Gag, aka Golden Apple Guy. And for flex support Roll Stars, you have Chudonger, Great Cub, and Basket. Those players are all amazing, but one of them has to win. And we'll just see who. Go ahead and vote down in the comments below if you want to sway. Now going on to the Rookie Season 3 Intermediate Award. These players have come into the league and made their mark through their exceptional play and teamwork. You have Rockcrafts, Baby T, and Jula. I couldn't imagine a more stacked rookie lineup than that. But moving on to the League 0 Season 3 Intermediate MVP nominations. These players will go down in the history books for being exceptional. You have QZY, Repeat, and Phone. So congratulations to those players for being nominated, and if you want to see some more of them, here we go.
As the Catfighter's gonna come out, managed to get 1 kill. It's QZ, Why's gonna get 2? As the Ryan's gonna return to the play. 3 people, he comes back to drops the hammer. The Catfighter's here. What about the tower? That's really about it. Trudonger does manage to get 1 kill, but QZY is gonna get 2, and then he's gonna take the pin into Jula. Rookie's on point here with Lucia, but I don't think he's gonna rook.
Dude, as long as phone can pop up. Self-destruct going over the wall. If it doesn't find anything, Drift falls also. He's not going to be able to build that EMP charge. Quake is in the back line, but he doesn't have much support. Phone step loss from is huge again. Remy falling on his mech. And Phone, once again, just cleaning up on a fight. And the falls out of the mech. Remy falling a little low, but they able to keep up Phone with another death loss, and he lets it loose. And it's huge. Phone's 5.
That is
spacing, and now DC has to try to work around it, but their composition, their shields are being broken in. Look at that, Kenobi gets found out of position. He's going to be picked off by Phone, and now they're just having to back up. Phone is able to also get Grim. They have no support. They just need to back out. Honestly, if you're asking me, DC are running the wrong composition against it. Coalescence to start breaking through, but that grab is invested, and that's a 4K.
That's phenomenal. The EMP bomb comes through and allows counter it. Phone with the tire. He's already built up enough.
Welcome back. Going on to Advanced Awards. Move from Most Improved to MVP. You know the drill by now. Starting with Most Improved, we have Platinum, Bobby Shawarma, and Ford. Most Clutch is a 4-way tie between Peep, Cam, Acid, and Raging Cool. For 7th Man, the nominations go to Master Dempsey, 4 again, and Cannon. Moving on to the role start, meaning these players have been exceptional on the role and voted by the managers of the division to be in this slot, in this nomination, and they're all amazing, but unfortunately only one can win. Moving on to main tank first, you have Apple, Ant, and Romy. Off tank, Zakatar, Copydog, and Surmi. Hit scan, Acid, Mr. Serial Kill, and Asa. Flex DPS goes to Blossom, Tannic B, and Peep. For main support, you have Kernmaster, Platinum, and Hypnotist. Flex support, Ranter, Pixelmaster, and Cam. All of those are nominees for the respective role, and vote down below in the comments if you want one to win. Moving on to the Rookie Award, once again contested with a 4-way tie. You have Asa, Ono Potato, Mr. Serial Kill, and Pixelmaster. These players have owned their rookie nominations coming into the league this season. Moving on to the MVP, we have 3 household names: Cam, Peep, and Acid. Those players have earned their MVP nomination, and they've also earned this highlight reel. Welcome back from those highlights. So glad to see that kind of play here. Now moving on to Expert, we have Infected, Jeptic, and MarQ8 for the Most Improved award. First clutch is Pascal, Bun, and Client. Seventh man is X-Runner, Snipes, and MarQ8. From main tank of All-Star, you have Joshua, Matthew, Infected, and Flawless in a 4-way tie. Off tank, you have Client, Baknager, and Nova. For hit scan roll, you have Bun, Jazza, and Peter. For flex DPS, you have Zera, Glacial, and Vexy. Main support has Geode, Adam, and Ben. And finally, flex support has Pascal, Keith, and Daniel. These players have been exceptional, and they're all nominated for the respective All-Star. Unfortunately, only one of them can win. Moving on to the MVP with another 4-way tie across the board. You have Keith, Nova, Infecte, and Loopdickle. Going into MVP, you have Pascal, Client, and Bun. Those are going to be you Expert nominees for MVP. And moving on to the highlights for those players, we'll play shortly.
Doesn't get anyone. You're not intact right now, so that will slow things down. Bun wins the Reaper duel in the middle of the point. That's a serious piece of damage. Backfit, bigger EMP on the other side now. Does that turn things? Bun throwing in the ultimate there. Enough of this split on the point now, though, but they'll take Strider down on the outside edge. Now Bun getting in on the action as well. They lose the Reinhardt, but it's not enough. And wow, that was an attack and a half there after there. Now there comes the coalescence. I assume no, they'll follow it up with a sound barrier actually. It's Bun unleashes his anger once again to get Worthy and the neck. And YOLO got as well.
It's going to be impressive. Clyde uses the bomb and it almost goes off the map, but it's going to get two before it does so. And a situation like that, this will work. Like if it hits a random target, boom, taken off. The main thing is though, like now that it's more open, it's a lot easier to dive. I mean, as I say that, he's one of the
It's like a very fight.
Dodging it. It's aired. Oh, Pascal Lynch count.
A little fact.
And that is it. That is all the nominations for all 4 division in League 0 Season 3. It's been such an exciting season, and I'm sad to see it go. But I know there's going to be better things around the corner. I thank you all for hosting me on this award show. If you would like to see any of my comments, you look down below. There's some personalized things down there. There's a link to my channel description if you would like to see some behind-the-scenes footage of all this, or those highlight reels in the respective videos. I'll also be cutting up all 4 divisions into separate videos on my channel. Make sure to subscribe to the League 0 YouTube channel and like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in game.
Hi, actually that's not the last of the awards that we have to showcase for this little nominations preview, I guess. 4 more remain, of which I may or may not have neglected to tell Mob about, for good reason that I'll be getting to in just a minute. But it is worth noting before I actually get into the awards themselves that these are not so much player-driven as they are community-driven. There is one that is based around teams, but otherwise this isn't quite the same category as the other awards that were presented previously. So with that being said, we'll dive straight into the first award. So the first of these 4 extra awards is something that was heavily requested throughout this season, and that would be the Standout Team Staff Award. Now this does only include official coaches and managers, captains even, I guess technically mental health coaches, but we don't officially recognize those, so you'd have to disguise them as an official coach. Unofficial coaches like, say, Aqua, who's a player on Powerhouse but has also been coaching Geometric for basically the entire season at this point. He wouldn't count for this, but he would be eligible for something like the Team MVP Award, which is at the very end of the voting form. So you'll see that when you fill out the form itself. As for the nominees for this award, however, each team nominated 1 official staff member, and then the league admins narrowed it down to just 4 people. The first nominee from Geometric would be Alianos, originally starting off as the manager, having to step down due to in real life issues, and then coming back as the assistant manager and basically picking up right where he left off. The next nominee is Acapella, the head coach, or at least a coach from Tokyo Drifters. I believe he's the head coach because he seems to be the most active. You do have Tanikby from Platchat, the manager and longtime veteran of the Platchat brand. And then the final nomination would be Geode, the captain of Noot Noot. So congratulations to those nominees and good luck in the voting. So the next two awards are really two in one, because it's really just two different sides of the same coin, and that would be the Standout Caster Awards. One for each type of casting, play-by-play and color casting. And this is also the main reason I did not tell Mob about these extra awards, because I kept these nominees listed on a different tab in the spreadsheet that has all the nominees for every single award. So, starting off with the play-by-play casting nominees, it would be, of course, Mob Killer, Joe Razor, and Intel. These three have been extremely active in a good majority of the games throughout this season. If I pulled up the participation chart of everyone who worked in production this season, those three came up quite a lot. So congratulations to those three and good luck in the voting. And as for the color casting nominees, these shouldn't be any surprise either, as these three have also been extremely active in casting basically every other game this season. And those nominees would be Hedwig, Psy, and Red Knight. So again, congratulations to you three, and good luck in the voting. Now, this final award, I am going to be taking quite a little bit of time to discuss the award itself, as well as each of the candidates, because this one, I believe everyone should have a proper understanding of what they're voting on and who they're voting for in this particular case. Now, this award is something that was extremely requested, by far the most requested, coming into this season when I sent out that form earlier in the season asking what new awards you'd like to see. This was far and away the most requested, and that would be the Standout Community Figure Award, aka our own version of the Overwatch League's Internet Hulk Award. The important thing to note about this award is that it is not a popularity contest. Of course, none of these awards really are supposed to be a popularity contest, but some of them do unfortunately devolve into that. We've seen that in seasons past. But this one in particular, please do not vote for just your friends. Vote for whoever you believe has been a standout positive figure in the community, who has been active in the community, and has generally and actively made the community a better place just by being a part of it. Going over the first of the nominees for this award, it would be Intel. He has focused primarily on the Novice Division, specifically with his YouTube content. Originally, he had applied as the Novice Division's countdown host, of which, as the person who decided the countdown hosts, obviously, since I run that show, it was between him and Corbs at the very end. And I went back and forth on both of them a lot, because Corbs had a history with Novice last season, in Season 2, where he was a little bit of a controversial figure, and at the same time, Intel was a little bit more liked within the Novice community. But at the same time, and this was sort of the deciding factor as to why I chose Corbs originally, was that Corbs was doing a lot for the community in terms of like stats running and whatnot, but it wasn't really his own kind of content, whereas Intel seemed to be focusing more on his own style of content, which eventually turned into his little interview show, the Novice Division, which I've been trying to post up in the community showcase every time he posts it, as it's definitely a different look into the Novice Division that I think a lot of people don't tend to get, as that entire division is really just sort of its own separate thing in its own separate world. And as you can imagine, he was upset that he didn't get the countdown host, as you know, anyone really would be, since he really seemed to have his sights set on that, especially being so active and being friends with a good amount of the Novice Division. But in all honesty, he took it in stride, and then some. He worked actively with Corbs, even allowing Corbs to use his server that he had made for his own interview show to focus their efforts around the Novice Division countdown. Unfortunately, as most of you would know, Corbs had some medical issues which forced him to step down around week 4, week 5, and immediately Corbs DM'd me and said that Intel, aka Gordo, would be his next choice to host the show. I offered it to him, and he very easily could have said, no, screw you, you didn't take me the first time, but he was very gracious, stepped up to the plate, and has done a great job since. So I have to give it a lot of credit to Intel for putting in the amount of effort and being such a positive force in allowing the Novice Division to actually have some spotlight in its own regard. The next candidate for the Standout Community Award would be Chef. This is also someone who is prevalent in the Novice Division, having been a player and now a manager of Hyperflex. And, well, it wouldn't be a League Zero season without at least one team effectively collapsing and having to rebuild from nothing. And it just so happens that this time it happened to the Novice Division. Fortunately enough, Expert's been chill enough, and Advanced and Intermediate have not been quite scuffed enough, surprisingly, to have a complete meltdown. But unfortunately, Hyperflex was. I'm not going to be taking sides or going through the specifics of what happened with Hyperflex, but needless to say that they lost, I think it was like 5 to 7 people over the course of about 30 minutes one week towards week 4, I think it was, week 4, week 5. Almost exactly mid-season, and they lost basically everyone. Staff was legitimately not sure what we were going to do at that point because we had maybe 2 or 3 people left on the team and not too many free agents to speak of to toss in the team. Unfortunately, that's one side effect of having the Novice Division be such a low SR range. But either way, as we were scrambling around to figure out what we were going to do, in staff chats, Chef stepped up in a big way. You know, he wasn't even a captain, he was just a player who actually disagreed a lot with the old management, which, you know, the team fell out from underneath. So he did something that no one expected and stepped up in a huge way. I believe he became captain first and eventually manager. But either way, he's led Hyperflex to at least one more victory. You know, they defeated Seattle in week 8, which was impressive enough considering it was essentially just a hodgepodge of random players that no one was really expecting to succeed in any regard. And I mean, hell, they took Edinburgh to a map 5 when no one was expecting it. They beat Seattle in an epic map 5 thriller, a little bit of a toilet bowl, but they came out with the win regardless, and that does take a certain amount of skill, especially considering their circumstances where they are the only team that completely fell apart, rebuilt, and then has found some success. So congratulations to Chef for that nomination, and moving on to the final one. Anyone who's been around the community for a decent amount of time would hopefully know Jepic by this point. He has been a member of the community since Season 0, been active as a player since, been managing occasionally, like last season's Hangzhou Bark. I believe he helped out a little bit with Chengdu Chads prior to that. Regardless, he has been extremely active and somewhat controversial, I guess, although I think that's also just a side effect of the friend group being in the Expert Division, which in the past that group has been mischievous, shall we say, but it's not his play or even his time managing some teams that has gotten him this nomination. In particular, it's been his efforts with graphic design. Because in past seasons, you know, he's made logos like, I believe, the Guangzhou Gangsters. He's made, I don't think he made Flushed. He might have. But he's made quite a few, especially the ones from Season 3. But even more so, and Pendy would love to tell you more about this, is that Jepic is actually the artist behind a good majority of the graphics to do with the Season 3 streaming kit, which hopefully you've tuned into some live streams and seen how damn good it looks. And that was basically Pendy and Jepic sitting down for an insane amount of time during the preseason and knocking that out of the ballpark, in all honesty. The amount of effort that Jepic and Pendy, but Jepic is the nominee here, that Jepic put in to making that streaming kit and working on those graphics for free, mind you. As far as I know, he wasn't paid for that. That was just something he wanted to do. And he certainly earned the respect of a lot of staff, a lot of production, and hopefully, I'm hopeful that a good majority of the community, if not already, now knows about his contributions in that regard. So those are the 3 candidates for the Standout Community Figure. Please, again, take this particular award very seriously. Don't just vote for your friends, vote for whoever you believe has genuinely done the most and the best work for the community out of the kindness of their hearts, because that's really what this is meant to be. So, with that being said, that's all the awards. This time for real, I swear. There are no extra awards. And as it so happens, I timed the release of this video to end at exactly noon, or as close as I can get to it, which means that the voting form should be coming out right about now.